house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Britt.
How's it going?
With us on the ones and twos, Joseph Ascani.
What's up?
This is episode 175. Bowl season begins, and then we'll dive into NFL Week 15 after that. We're going to recap an okay week. It was a slow week, obviously, Army-Navy, and then Week 14 of the NFL. But bowl season is here. Buckle your chin strap. We bet every single bowl game every year. No matter what, whether we like the game, hate the game, we will have a play for you. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. If you remember last year, it was a tough go. So going into bowl season, we currently all either sit at or above 500. Joseph is obviously leading the way. What is your overall college record?
36-24.
That is very good. I am 62, 59, and 5. 5 pushes is horrific. Nick is 42, 42, and 3. So everybody pre-bowl season is either at or above 500. Stop what you're doing. Hit subscribe. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. It doesn't matter. It helps us a lot. Takes 2 seconds for you. Help us out. Hit the subscribe button. Maybe hit the like button too if you're feeling generous. Couple things to get into. Jaden Daniels is your 2023 Heisman Trophy winner.
Go Tigers.
Suck on that, Washington fans. Suck on that, Oregon fans. The amount of people I've been... Oh, and the Ohio State fans that even watched thinking that Marvin Harrison Jr. would have a shot in hell. I saw a meme. It was hilarious. Somebody posted it was like the meme of the 3 Marines about to breach the door, and then there's the 4th Marine, and he's just a clown. Like, in the clown outfit, that's Marvin Harrison Jr. He shouldn't have been there. Malik Neighbors was the better wide receiver far and away.
Yeah, they gave him the Biletnikoff out of pity.
Yeah, I don't understand the what's the criteria? What are we judging off of?
Well, what's the other one that Penix got? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Player of the year? Isn't that what the Heisman is?
They got so many stupid different
It's
awards.
so dumb. Let's give Penix the
Don't they
player
have
of
like
the
the
year.
Unitas Golden Arm? They've got all kinds of shit. But Jaden Daniels, Arizona State transfer, comes in, shows flashes, beats Alabama in his first season, and then turns right around, doubles down, wins the Heisman Trophy. 3rd in the history of LSU. 2nd in, 5 years?
Yep.
4 years?
Yeah.
18-1 odds on the college football futures episode. We sat right here. We said our best bet for the Heisman Trophy was Jaden Daniels at 18-1 odds. The time before that, we said Joe Burrow at 80-1 odds. So, pretty good. Pretty good return on investment. So, I did see some rumblings that they were thinking maybe he could get snubbed and maybe they give it to Penix.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Stupid.
I was nervous. But it feels good. Couple things to get into before we do the recap. Saints got to win.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I hope they win the division just because I bet on it. But other than that,
I hate Derek Carr. On this week's edition of I Hate Derek Carr, I still fucking hate Derek Carr. I hate him so much. I hate his entire family. Every single one of them. All the brothers, Derek, Darren, David. I fucking despise this entire family. I really do. They're going to window dress it. They're going to try to make you think that the game was not a shit show against the clear worst team in football. They're horrific from top to bottom. Top to bottom, the Panthers are terrible. Derek Carr had 37 yards, 1 interception with 8 minutes to go in the game. He finished with 119 yards and a touchdown, and they're going to make 2 touchdowns. Sorry. 18 of 26, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick is what Derek Carr finished. 8 minutes to go in the game. He had 37 yards and a pick. I don't want to hear shit. All you morons on Twitter are talking about, well, we won the game. Are you going to talk about the red zone? No, I'm not. The Panthers are fucking terrible. Let's talk about the entire Carr family because David Carr sits up on this fucking talk show and is trying to tell the Eagles that they should bench Jalen Hurts for Marcus Mariota. David Carr was the number 1 pick. Lifetime, he had sub 60% completion percentage, 65 touchdowns, 71 interceptions. He sucked. He was a bust. He was never good. Never good. He shouldn't be able to talk football. It's one of the few things where somebody who attempted it and couldn't do it on their best day will try to tell you what they should or shouldn't do. David Carr, Derek Carr, Darren Carr, any of them shouldn't be able to talk fucking football. Oh, Uncle Lon Boyette, there's a Carr family. Their uncle was the tight end for the Raiders. He played 3 games with them, didn't catch one ball. One ball. They want to talk about this legacy family. The Carrs suck. Every single one of them suck. I hate Derek Carr. He's 17th in pass yards, 20th in touchdowns. He's getting paid as 23rd in QBR. He's the 13th highest paid quarterback in the league, but he's making the same money as Aaron Rodgers. It's a tremendous waste of money. It's an arrogance in the post-game press conferences. This, you don't understand. I'm going to keep giving you words, but I'm not going to give you an answer. It's like, yeah, because you don't fucking know the answer. He doesn't know shit. He's not good. He's not efficient in the red zone. I don't care what he did against the Panthers. And it's this arrogance, this superiority complex that he's doing New Orleans a favor by coming here and fucking stinking up the joint. I hope Derek Carr, just leave the money, Derek. Just give it back and go. Go on your way. I hate the entire family. I hate every single member of the Carr family. I really do. I'm over it. I'm so over it.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Bench Jalen Hurts. Bench Jalen Hurts for Marcus fucking Mariota. What are we talking about? It really is. It's like, if you've attempted it and you were horrific at it, you shouldn't be able to tell people what they need to do. If you had a shot, you were there, and you fucking sucked, so we don't want to hear your opinion. Let's put Tom Brady or Drew. I'll listen to them. I want to see what the people who were elite at it, what do they think? And then we'll fucking take their opinion for what it's worth. But David Carr, just fishing for clickbait. Darren Carr, his brother, just keeps tweeting boo because the fans were booing him. Yeah, he fucking sucks. He sucks. He's saying boo in the sense of like, oh, look at now. Where's the boos now? It's like, brother, they're still there. They're going to be there the whole year. Derek Carr's fucking trash. I got a bunch of Raiders fans tweeting at me, talking, like, defending him. I'm so convinced I found Derek Carr's family's burner accounts. It's just a farm of Derek Carr. It's a Carr family burner accounts. I'm convinced I found them. You go back and look, that's all they tweet about is Derek Carr. It's like, there's no way. There's nobody on planet Earth that's not related to him that is defending him like that. It's just not. There's no way. I'm out on it. I'm tired of it. I wish we would cut our losses and just go, move on. Every win we get is further away from it's a worse pick. Every win is a worse pick. Every win is, like, you keep winning, your chances of doing shit don't go up. We're not going to win anything. What are we going to do? We're going to get in the playoffs, we're going to play the Cowboys? They'll skull fuck us. Dak Prescott will bend Derek Carr over his knee like a child. But every win, you just get a worse pick. I mean, what do you do? Eric McCoy's reaction tells you all you need to know. To see Eric McCoy react like that, he was not calming down. And if whoever it was wasn't in the way, he might have ripped his fucking head off. You never have seen any center of Drew Brees' tenure respond to him like that.
Hell no.
Because Derek Carr's a little bitch. He throws everybody under the bus. It's like, you better be really fucking good if you're going to do that. You better be lighting it up. And he's not. He sucks. He's not good. He's a one-read quarterback, cannot go through his progressions. And then you want to bitch and moan and complain about what everybody else is doing. Screaming at Olave. Brother, Olave's fucking incredible. Olave's really good. I don't know. But to see Eric McCoy, and they're gonna window dress it like it's no big deal, and that happens. They're competitors, and we love each other. Eric McCoy fucking hates Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is not respected by his teammates.
Fuck no.
That's why they didn't do that to Drew Brees. Drew Brees had the ultimate respect.
Even when shit was really bad, and even when the defense was horrific, historically bad in those years when we had Drew, never once was he blaming it on the defense. Never once was he pointing blame in the direction of anyone else. I don't understand it. I don't like Derek Carr. He's a bitch to his core. Everybody knows it. It's one of those things, like, I know, we all know we are not going to win shit with Derek Carr. So cut your losses, get out ahead of it, admit you were wrong, and let's go. Dennis Allen, you can carry his bags out the fucking door. But $100 million, good God. And it's funny, too, because I went back and listened. All last year, I was like, Derek Carr sucks in the red zone. It's like, he's not good. And then we get him, and you're like, well, the situation was bad. Maybe, I mean, he's got arm talent. Maybe. No. Call me a fake fan, whatever you want. He's not, he doesn't embody the city of New Orleans. He doesn't respect the city of New Orleans. You can tell he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't care. The second they leave, that entire family will trash this city. So fuck him. Goodbye. Let's get on with it. Let's move on with our lives. Let's try to move on as a franchise. He's a bum. He will be a bum for the rest of his life. He will be out of this league in 5 years. I hate him. I don't know. I mean, do you disagree?
No. Yeah, I don't like him. I never did.
I certainly convinced myself that with the weapons we had and all he had to be was average.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand the numbers. Mickey Loomis wants to sit up there and act like, oh, we're an explosive offense and we're doing this and that. If you look at the yards, those are all fucking bullshit yards. Go look at the first drives. We haven't scored an opening drive touchdown in like 2 months. That's when you're supposed to excel. That's the scripted plays. That was Sean Payton's specialty. We're not a threat to score until it's late game and it either doesn't fucking matter or we can get a fucking pump block for a touchdown or we play the worst team in football. Dennis Allen's over there cheering like he won a fucking playoff game. We beat the 1-12 Panthers or whatever they are.
Yeah, 1-12.
And we're lucky. If they were not so bad, we lose that game. They're so bad. I don't know. I wish they would have just let Eric McCoy beat the dog shit out of Derek Carr and we just drag him off the field. You drag him off. Let Jameis drag him off. He snubbed Jameis on a high five when they scored the touchdown and he's fucking going crazy like he's the guy. Jameis is like this. He just runs right past him. I wanted to fucking wring his goddamn neck.
That made me like kind of curl up a little bit when he was celebrating after that touchdown.
Yeah. Like he's the guy. Dude, you fucking suck. The Panthers suck. You suck, bitch. I hate this idiot. If I saw him, I swear on my life, he would fuck me up, but I would swing at him. I swear. I would take a swing. I would take a swing. And his brothers, they're just blocking everybody. Block the whole fucking city. I promise you on everything. The second the Carr family is out of here, don't tell me they're not doing weird shit together too. They all look alike. They all look too much alike. That's a conspiracy though. I mean, I'm not gonna say ancestral things or anything, but come on. The second they're out of this city, they're gonna trash the fuck out of us. Guaranteed. They're gonna talk so much shit about the city of New Orleans. Get them the fuck out of here. Get them out. Get them out. On his Wikipedia page, it talks about how he puts his faith above all else. I can tell. You fucking idiot. Why don't you put football above your faith? For once. One day, let's see what happens. I hate it, dude. I don't know what to do. I really don't. It's such a weird time to be a Saints fan. I bet against us last week. I was actively rooting for us to lose. I really was. Because, dude, every time you win, it's going to be a worse pick.
Yeah.
I want Jaden Daniels. He might not be good in the NFL. I don't know. I don't care. I want to give it a shot. You got to have hope. If you don't have hope, what are you doing? The fans are responding like, dude, look at the Dome. The Dome's a ghost town. What do you do?
Yeah.
That's
$7
yeah, that's fucking
per ticket.
crazy. Yes.
Bitch is the Smoothie King Center now, cuz.
Yeah.
Oh, huh?
It's like the old school Pelicans games. You used to be able to get into Pelicans games for $0.25 back in the day.
Like you can literally go on your phone and
Less than $10. I mean, they'll get you. Well, so it'll be $6 ticket. You'll pay $85 with the fees, but $6 face value.
Bad.
Yeah, no, nobody cares, and that's gonna be what drives the changes. If we keep this up and we don't fucking go, and the bottom line starts getting hurt, they're gonna say, "All right, Dennis, you got to get the fuck out because we got to inspire them. We got to fucking get the people going." So, and by that, we got to get you going out of fucking town.
Isn't there dudes in the Dome selling Fire Dennis Allen t-shirts right now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd buy one.
Yeah.
Shit's probably selling like fucking hotcakes. This dude's an idiot. He is. Doesn't know how to throw a fucking challenge flag. He's going to inquire with the league about why that wasn't a roughing the punter call because it's a rugby-style punter, and if you look at the fucking rule book, you can't – there's no roughing the punter on a rugby-style punter. What do you mean you're going to inquire with the league? Go inquire with your fucking self in the mirror and figure out why we suck. Stop going to these fucking charity events, having the time of your life, watching people walking dogs down the runway. You should have been preparing for Atlanta. You drove all the way over there.
Yeah.
Fucking tremendous waste of time. We fucking suck. I hate it. But one thing is for certain. I've never hated a Saints player more than I hate Derek Carr. Not to keep harping on it. I despise Derek Carr. I despise the post-game press conferences. I despise everything about him. Like I said, the superiority complex, like he knows more than we do. When you look at it, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It looks like shit. It is shit. They can try to fool us all they want about we don't know what we're looking at or there's more that goes into it. We're trash. He's trash specifically. The play calling's trash, the coaching's trash, the quarterback plays trash. They can try to make you think otherwise, but facts are facts. Derek Carr needs to get the fuck out of town. All righty, couple other things. What'd you think of Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs game?
I don't know.
This is.
I mean, I guess from the standpoint of him not seeing exactly how he was offsides, I guess I understand his frustration because yeah, that is something that is rarely ever called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I look at it from the standpoint, I couldn't believe.
I didn't know I thought he was yelling at Tony at first.
That would have been crazy. That's what he should have fucking yelled at. So Kadarius Toney's been a dipshit his whole career. Back in Florida, he was doing stupid shit all the time. So you want to yell at somebody, yell at fucking no hands, and then tell them. And then they post the video. So for those that have been living under a rock, the Chiefs and the Bills played a fucking down to the wire game. The Chiefs called an incredible play. It was sick. Travis Kelce over the middle, and he throws like a cross field. It's a lateral essentially, but he passes it to Kadarius Toney. It was an incredible touchdown that would have won the game. What gets called back because Kadarius Toney lined up off sides. Lined up past the ball. And then so the video started surfacing where they're like, he did check with the referee because you can check with the ref. They'll tell you if you're good or if you need to back up, whatever. He's like checking. He like looks to the ref, goes like that as he's running. He's still like 3 or 4 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Goes like that and looks away before the ref could even tell him anything. So it's like he half-assed checked. He didn't really check. He just went through the motion of like whatever. Then clearly lines up offsides. It's not even close. So they bring the play back. The problem is I've never once complained about the officiating calling a call correctly. How are you going to fucking complain like that when they make the right call? That's all we want. Just make the right call. Just make the right call and be consistent about it. The fact that in the post game, he had the fucking audacity to go up to Josh Allen, who's had his heart ripped out on these late game situations against the same guy. Never bitch, never complain, nothing. It's a regular season game. They're fighting to stay alive in the playoffs. Like every game is important for them. They lose that game, they're probably done. You're going to go up to him in the handshake. And instead of saying good game, you're going to say, it's the fucking worst call I've ever seen. Unfucking believable, bro. And he just sits there, he's like, taps him on the chest. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, they've done the off the field, like, golfing events and all of that. It's like, bro, have some respect for the dude who is going through it this year, turning the ball over a shit ton, not living up to expectations. An incredible win that they had to have. You're going to bitch and moan over a call that was called correctly on the field? And then walk around. He just looked like a little bitch. It was the first time that he unanimously, Patrick Mahomes was accepted as the best player in football, which he is. But he was also pretty much unanimously liked by everybody. His family wasn't. His brother and his wife were getting shit on, rightfully so. But as far as Patrick Mahomes himself, nobody really had a problem with him. They fucked with him about his voice and all of that, but not really like a playful whatever. Nobody really had a problem with him. Watch the number of people that turn on him now. A lot of people, I guarantee you, are going to root for him to lose because it was a bad look. It was like, if it was like really close and it wasn't so obvious that he was offsides, if it was like, oh, you can't even, how are you going to call that? It's like right there. How can you even tell? Then you'd have more of a leg to stand on. He's like, his entire foot's past the ball. It's not even fucking close. So then when you do that and then you bitch on the field and then you bitch in the post-game press conference. Like Andy Reid said some shit. Like, I can't believe they did that, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day he's like, I wasn't trying to say, like, I saw the replay and I get it. And even Patrick Mahomes tried to backtrack a little bit. And it's like, what are you doing, dude? I don't know. Yeah, I felt like he just made an ass of himself. And like for the first time since he's been in the league, it just like reeked of immaturity.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a bad look. People will forget. It's not like this crazy, oh my God thing. But I thought it was just kind of like, almost maybe misplaced frustration. Like he's probably like, what the fuck, Kadarius Toney, and he's pissed and he's just kind of, but like having to hold him back from the referee and shit. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they should have let him go.
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna fucking do? They're holding you back from yelling at the ref. How could you fucking call that call correctly? Like when the people that get all the fucking calls start bitching like that over a correct call, that's a problem. So I told you, the Chiefs aren't winning it this year. They're not. The Taylor Swift sideshow, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are struggling. You can attest to that. No, I don't know. I mean, did you see it? What did you think?
I saw the play. I didn't know he did that with Josh Allen after the game.
Yeah.
I saw the play, and then I saw I saw him saying something about you take a Hall of Fame guy.
That too.
That's the only other thing I saw. But I mean, I can kind of understand what you're saying. Like, you're still like riding the high of the emotions of the game. And
Well, it's not like when he's in the game, he's getting to see a replay.
And you might not have seen a replay yet. I can understand.
But to
you being
react so
frustrated.
strongly, you should figure out if it was like a bullshit call or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's just that's like, how many times have you seen offensive offsides called?
I understand, but
Just a
at the end of the
tush
day,
push.
though,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Kadarius Toney's a fucking moron.
Yeah, well, yeah.
How are you lining up
Yeah.
offsides?
Oh, well, no doubt.
At the end of the day, like, yeah, you don't see it, and I understand the argument of like it doesn't affect the play per se, but it's still a fucking rule. You got to line up offsides. So then, if you like, we'll let it go. Well, then what if he's another foot in front? It's just there's just no argument to it. It's like that's
Well,
the
I don't
rule.
understand why you don't just get back just in case.
No, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
what are
The
you
fact that
losing, a foot?
the fact that he doesn't look and go, oh shit, and then like he's clearly passed the ball. It's not even close. But it's like you can't let that slide because then you let Micah Parsons put his hand a little bit fucking closer, and now he's in the backfield a split second faster. So I don't know. Their argument doesn't have a leg to stand on. I couldn't believe that he reacted the way he did, and to have the balls to say that to fucking Josh Allen, who that one game, that playoff game where they score with like a minute left, or no, they score with like fucking 20 seconds left and still lose. Like getting your heart ripped out, the ups and downs, and all the times they've come up short in the postseason. Last year, Cincinnati marches in on their home field and fucking eliminates them. And now the dude's fighting for his fucking playoff life, and you're going to bitch and moan like that. And then the Travis Kelce thing. You heard that? About the Hall of Fame? That affects a guy's Hall of Fame career. And shut the fuck up. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You think that's going to be like Kadarius Toney lined up offsides. This would have been a great play. If that got completed, we'd have put him in. But I mean, what can you do? It's not going to make it. Can't make the Hall now. He's unanimously recognized as like the best tight end ever.
That play was drawn up.
Yeah, that was a great play
My
call.
goodness. I thought that was like off the top of the head. I was going to say Kelsey's incredible. Still, that's
I'm
an incredible
assuming
play
that was a planned play. I don't think that was improv from Kelce. If it was, it's even more impressive.
Yeah, no,
but
either way, it's impressive as shit. But I don't know why I thought that was improv.
who knows? Maybe it was.
Yeah, I thought it was an improv play.
Yeah,
Just seeing
maybe
it, I
it was.
thought it
If
was.
that's
Because, I
the
mean,
case,
he caught it way over to the right, then turned
so far
around up the
away.
middle of the field.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I
But
mean,
if
that's
it-
ballsy
like
as
you
shit.
said, though, either way, if it was drawn up, incredible. If not, still.
Yeah, either way,
that
it's still
sucks.
equally impressive. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was crazy. That was the first like bad look for Mahomes in the league. I thought so. You never would see like Drew or somebody respond like that. So, but all right. Last thing, Shohei Ohtani's contract. They're $700 million over 10 years, but they're going to backload it to where he's going to make $2 million every year of the contract. And then from the years 2000, I don't remember what it was, like 34 to 43, he's going to make $68 million a year. Kind of like the Bobby Bonilla thing with the Mets. They still pay Bobby Bonilla, who played in like the fucking 90s. They still pay once a year. They pay him like a couple mil. So I think the owners are going to try to veto it though, because it's going to give them incredible like buying power, and it's kind of unfair. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but Shohei Ohtani just made an absolute bag, which is crazy. In my opinion, I don't think anybody's worth that much money.
Yeah.
For a
It's
guy that's
safe
had
to
2
say
seasons.
he definitely is deserving of the highest salary in baseball.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the elite pitchers in the game, an elite hitter. He can do everything. But he's already had 2 season-ending injuries.
Yeah.
The Tommy John surgery. It's like $700 million for a baseball player.
Is he even going to pitch?
But also, too, it's like,
You don't know.
it's baseball, though,
Yeah.
where it's like football. Same thing. I can understand basketball. 5 players on the court, one guy can take the game over. Baseball, he's pitching once every, 5 or 6 days,
Right.
and he's only one guy in a 9-man lineup. I don't. It's like, look at Mike Trout. Mike Trout was the best player in baseball forever. The Angels don't win shit. You got to put a team together.
Yeah.
So to pay one guy $700 million, what if you paid him $500 million? You paid another guy $200 million. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of money for one guy for a very team sport. So, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely worthy of being the highest paid player in the game. So, what else? Anything else going on? That's pretty much all I got.
That's what I was going to bring up. Shohei.
Okay. Alrighty. We will recap Army Navy, which was incredibly frustrating. Ty Levitai's mom messaged me today. Randomly. She said, not the outcome we wanted, but so thankful he was able to go out swinging. Yeah, me fucking too.
Should have started.
I said he should have been in from the start. Offense immediately picked up, but yes, it was a great game. She said, I agree. Should have been playing all year. It's like, lady, don't air out your dirty laundry with me. Haven't you heard loose lips sink ships? You're in Navy. She said, isn't it crazy how everyone, in all caps, can see that, but the coach and the offensive coordinator? Oh, well, on to golf, LOL.
On the golf.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bitches betting on golf. Now we need to get our picks.
She's not wrong, though, because our line sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Our line sucks. That interception was horrific. He's not a decisive runner. As soon as Tyler Vitae came in, much more decisive with where he's going. Offense immediately picked up. It was just like the Air Force game earlier in the year when I was on Navy. The second he came in, things just picked up. So we were on Navy +3, obviously. So this was a fucking double whammy. This was so bad. I broke the card. I made the cardinal sin. There was the strip sack. Levite got strip sacked, returned for a touchdown, which was fucking horrific. Of course, the ball bounces right up to him. So Army returns that for a touchdown. Navy has the ball on the 1 yard line. They're hurrying up.
17-9.
Yeah, 17-9. Clock's running. And then they get stuffed on 4th down. They did the tush push, basically. He gets stuffed. And so we were going to hit the under 28. And then I tweeted it out because we were going to go 1-1. We were going to lose Navy +3. And I was telling Lindsay, because we're watching, I was like, okay, either way, we're going to win one. Navy's going to get in, and we would need them to not get the 2-point conversion to guarantee. But I was like, and if they don't get in, we'll get the under. Well, so on 3rd down, they throw to the flat, which it's incredible that they just start throwing simple out routes. And then I think it was Gary Danielson. Gary Danielson was like, what is Army doing? Mm-hmm. It's like literally throws that I could make. And it's like, they're just like stumped. Like, wait a second. We don't pass in this game. Yeah. And Navy's just marching down the field. They throw it to the flat. Guy gets tackled on the 1. So I was under the impression that this was the final play because they're running it back. It's like we talked about. They're running it back. We're at 11 seconds, and somebody knocks the ball out of the official's hand. And they stop the fucking clock. And that's what the problem was. Because if the clock keeps rolling, that's more than likely final play. And I didn't think about it when that the ball got knocked out of the official's hand. Clock stopped. He gets stuffed. They're reviewing. I tweet out that we cashed the under. And then I'm like, what's going on? They're like on the 1 yard line giving it back to Army, and they're like, do you just take a safety here? I'm like, oh no. It's like, oh my fucking God. I was like, please don't take the safety. He could have threw it. He fucking wasted the 3 seconds in the end zone. It's like, just throw it. Just throw it. Get rid of it.
Well, I was like, Nick had texted that, and then
yeah, I knew that shit
I
was
read
coming.
it, and I was immediately, when you texted that, Gary Danielson's like, oh, I'd be interested. They could just step out of the back of the end zone here. And I'm like, holy shit.
Dude,
yep.
I thought that it was the last play. I was like, that's game. It wasn't game. So Army wins 17-11. Navy scores all of their 11 points in the 4th quarter. And then a meaningless safety to end the game to push the total of 28. 27.5 was largely available for the majority of the week. So the people that took over 27.5, what a way to cash the over.
Yeah, and I think even 28.5 became available.
It did. Yeah, it did. That would have been nice.
To have 27.5 and 28.5 over and under.
Damn.
Fucking
The old-
rip.
Yeah. So 0-1-1. It was tough. 0-1-1. Like I said, we already went over pre-bowl season records. I'm at 62, 59, and 5. 6 and 10 in my locks of the week. Locks of the week are struggling. We're gonna have to pick that up starting this week. But yeah, we've been struggling in the locks. Everybody went. Well, you went 0-1. We were both on the same shit. We both went 0-1-1. Which we've already gone over records. You're 42, 42, and 3, 8 and 8 in your locks of the week. Joseph, what is your record? One more time.
36 and 24 overall. 7 and 9 in my locks.
Okay. Alrighty. We will get into bowl season. Saturday starts it all. We got multiple games on Saturday. So the way this is going to work, if you're new to the show, we record on Tuesdays. There is a bowl game on Tuesday. So we're going to give you our play for Tuesday, but that play will run over to our next week's record because we will record before that game is played. So it'll just be added to next week's record. Alrighty. Let's see. Starting it off with the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Georgia Southern taking on Ohio. Disclaimer, again, for anybody betting bowl season like we are, check and see who's out because there's going to be a shitload of people not playing. There is always value to be had if you can find an inside edge that other people may not be widely available to everybody, but check who's out. A lot of people are going to be sitting out in these games. Starting with Ohio, Curtis Rourke is in the portal. As far as I can see for Georgia Southern, nobody significant is out. Ohio's also going to be without Key Thompson, their second leading tackler, linebacker. That was pretty much the only significant
In the running
people
back.
out
Yeah,
there.
they're without
Bingura.
their starter and their backup running back.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think one of their top wide receivers.
Yes.
Well, this portal's bullshit then that I was looking at. What do you look at, 247 or on 3?
Something from Action.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
a big blog.
Okay. I'm going to take the under 49. I'm on the under 49. I think I don't know how Ohio's really going to have success on offense with all of those skill position players out and then obviously their quarterback out. If you look at I just think CJ Harris is going to be a big downgrade. 50% completion percentage, 51. But Curtis Rourke is clearly the best quarterback on this roster and he has not exactly lit it up this year. So,
I think Harris might be out too.
is he really?
The one injury
pull my
report
thing
I
up.
saw was that he was listed on it out.
So who the fuck's playing quarterback?
I still couldn't find who's playing.
Got to be Parker Navarro, who's completed or who's attempted 10 passes. Christ, 70% completion percentage.
Navarro, yes.
Parker Navarro is a senior. Jesus Christ, it's got disaster written all over it. He's going to come in and have the game of his life. Yeah, I'm going to take the under 49. Are you on a side?
No, I'm on the under as well.
Are you? Okay. I will get aggressive this bowl season, which is probably not the smartest because I got out of the gutter with the games that we typically always do well on, and then bowl season's a fucking crapshoot. So I really probably should be selective, but I probably won't be. Joseph, are you on? What are you on for this game?
This is my lock.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm the Ohio's defense. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, Ohio's defense, 12th ranked in the nation, yards per play allowed, and then the 13th ranked third down defense. We talk about them having a lot of significant talent in the transfer portal on offense, so you wonder if their defense is good enough to kind of keep them in this game. I think it is. I'm not willing to take the points, but yeah, the under seems like a good play.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to delay the points with Georgia Southern too, but I'm not. Alrighty. The second game of the day, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Jacksonville State taking on ULL. Jacksonville State, I've seen 3.5. Total sits around 59.5, give or take. Which way are you going?
UL.
Me too.
Yeah.
Plus 3.5. It's a home game.
Yeah. Jacksonville State, their place kickers in the transfer portal.
Could be a problem.
It's going to cost them this game.
Could be a problem. I don't like Kendrick Gant not playing for UL.
Yeah.
Second on team in sacks. But I think the defense for UL is not very good. But hopefully,
Yeah, the third down defense is horrific.
yeah. But just stop the run. Stop the run.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure it out from there because they're not very good at passing. So, and the problem with UL really is their secondary, as far as I could tell. So, yeah, third down defense is not good. But hey, this is a home game. What's the total? 59.5.
Yeah, I'm on the over.
I was gonna say I'd probably lean over. UL's gonna have to put some points on the board.
Oh yeah, Chandler Fields playing in his hometown.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna light it up.
Yeah, we'll see. Godspeed.
He's
on
been
this
playing
one.
good.
Yeah, I mean they just dropped 50 on ULM. They played Troy close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to take ULL plus 3.5. Alrighty, we will get to the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. Miami of Ohio taking on App State. Total sits at, looks like it's growing. I'm taking App State -6.
As am I.
I'm going to lay the points with App State. Miami's down to the third quarterback that hasn't taken a snap this season. Noel leads App State in rushing. He's not in as far as I can tell. I think he's in the portal.
Yep.
Kanye Roberts, freshman, has arguably been more productive this year, just in less workload. And then Michael Haywood, I think he'll be a good second punch. I don't think they're going to lack the ability to run the ball with Noel in the portal. They still have guys behind him that can do decent production on the ground. But Avion Smith's in the portal for Miami. Obviously, Gabbert, broke his leg earlier this year. So I'm going to take App State -6.
All right. I'm going to take the first half under 23.5.
Okay.
Miami of Ohio's defense is pretty good. We saw it against Toledo. They kind of wrecked Toledo.
Yeah.
And made them really struggle on offense. So I'm banking kind of like the Jacksonville, the Georgia Southern Ohio game. I'm banking on Miami of Ohio this time too. Their defense to kind of keep them in this game a little bit, at least to start.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with the first half under 23.5.
Okay.
That's kind of how I see it as well.
I do think App State eventually is going to be able to put some points up on the
That's
board.
exactly
Actually, really,
how I see it.
I don't really see an avenue for Miami to put points up on the
Yeah.
board.
Exactly.
So, alrighty, the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. And would you have it? The New Mexico State Aggies are playing in it. The Fighting Jerry Kills taking on Fresno State. In the portal, as far as I could see, nobody really significant for New Mexico State. A wide receiver. Fresno. Tedford's out, right?
Yes.
Jeff Tedford's gone. Logan Fife is in the portal. Is Mikey Keene? I would imagine he's not going to play.
I saw that he is. It's possibly he's going to play.
I would think that if Tedford's out, he's going to probably put his name in the portal. I would think if he still has
I think
eligibility.
it was a concussion, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think that with the coach going, I would imagine
yeah.
he's probably going to fucking pack it in.
Yeah. Fife's in the portal?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Either way, I'm laying.
Nice.
I'm laying 3 points with New Mexico State.
Same.
I think it's another. Jerry Kill has completely turned around New Mexico State, and they're playing good football down the stretch. Diego Pavia, obviously, we know him well. I've been on the wrong side of New Mexico State a lot this year. They've burned me when I've gone against them. They've burned me when I've been with them. This is the New Mexico Bowl. Don't think too much into it. Lay the points. New Mexico State's going to ride, and then this is Jerry Kill. This is what he does best. So he's turned New Mexico State into a powerhouse. New Mexico State -3. What are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking New Mexico State.
They burned you last year.
I bet against them.
I know. You learned your lesson? What are you on, Joseph?
I'm on New Mexico State -3.
All right, so we got a consensus on the Jerry Kills from New Mexico. The Starco Brands LA Bowl, 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. This one's interesting. UCLA, Boise State. The line sits at 3.5, give or take. We'll see what's the best number we can get there, depending on the side we go. 49.5 for the total. What I see in the portal, UCLA, Dante Moore's out. Running back Keegan Jones, he's like the 5th leading rusher, not that big of a deal. Tight end Carson Ryan, 2nd most touchdowns on the team. Boise State, Taylor Green's out. Leading wide receiver Eric McAllister's out, among others. I'm leaning UCLA here, but I don't feel spectacular about it. What are your thoughts? Which way are you leaning? Taylor Green being out's a big deal for me.
Yeah, and then Maddox, he's injured, huh?
I don't know.
So I think they'll be on a
quarterback that probably hasn't threw the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you've watched Boise State, Taylor Green's legs have been a huge deal.
Absolutely.
Like a huge part of their offense. He's been honestly playing very well down the stretch. They do obviously still have Ashton Genty, but Garbers is going to – who's it for UCLA?
Garbers.
He's
with Dante Moore out.
Yeah, but did they go back to Dante Moore late down the season?
In the Cal game, they did.
Yeah, but I think Garbers got injured.
Yeah.
Garbers might
– I think
who
he's
knows?
back, from what I saw.
I thought I saw he was going to play, but
he got injured in their last game.
Yes, he's probable, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to lay the points with Boise. I mean, no, sorry.
UCLA.
Lay the points with UCLA.
Yeah, I'm taking UCLA just because you look at UCLA defensively, they're pretty good. Key players from their secondary will be missing, but like we said, Boise's going to be on a quarterback without experience, so
yeah, can they really exploit
stop the
issues?
run? UCLA's probably a little bit deeper here.
This is the LA Bowl.
Yeah.
UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
I lean UCLA, but I'm going to go with the under 49.5.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate that. I'd probably lean that way as well. So, yeah, I'll take UCLA minus 3.5. All right. Next up, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, Cal, Texas Tech. 2.5, 3, over under 57.5. Which side are you going?
I guess I'm gonna take Cal.
What do you mean you guess?
You said to take them.
It's my lock of the week. Might shock you.
Let's see. Yeah, Texas Tech, so an okay team. I think they'll be without 2 starting wide receivers. They're starting left tackle. Cal's going to be without their leading tackler and starting cornerback, I think. So not really too much going on here. Who's the quarterback now for Texas Tech? He's really not like anything special.
Well, yeah, I think Tech's also without their second and third wide receivers. And multiple the left tackle's out, but also multiple backup linemen as well. So their depth on the line could take a hit. Is it Morton?
Yeah, something like that. Baron Morton.
Baron. Something like that. So you're taking Cal?
Yeah, I'm just going to take Cal here.
Okay. Yeah, there was a 3 available today. What are you taking, Joseph?
I'm going to do Cal plus 3 and the over 57.5.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm interested what your lock is. Monday, the famous Toastery Bowl. Western Kentucky, Old Dominion. Old Dominion's 2.5-point favorites. Over under sits at 55.5, give or take. Obviously, we can fish for a better number depending on what side we are. Which way are you going?
This is my lock.
Really? Interesting, because I don't feel great about this one, but I was leaning Old Dominion. But am I wrong that I thought Western Kentucky had a lot of people out? I should probably pull the portal up.
They're without 3 starting linemen, starting cornerback, starting safety, starting linebacker.
Give me Old Dominion, minus 2.5. Old Dominion, when have they won shit? So they'll want to win. Joseph, what are you on?
The over 55.5.
Okay. Yeah, these bowl games are tough because these are the games where you're trying to figure out who gives a fuck. Obviously, as we get a little deeper in the bowl season, with the games become a little bit more important, it'll be a little easier to get a read on things, but see what we can do.
Speaking of Reed, Austin Reed. We saw him.
We did see him in the New Orleans Bowl last
That's
year.
right.
Yeah, he is good.
Lightened it up, dude. 500 yards, 4 touchdowns.
He is good. All right, the Tuesday game that will go on in next week's card, but we give it out now, obviously, because we would not be able to get – it'll be on next week's card. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. UTSA taking on Marshall. UTSA's 12.5-point favorites, give or take. Over-under sits at 52.5. Portal, who's in, who's out. Fancher's gone, right?
Yeah.
Is Frank Harris playing? Got to be if they're
From what
favored
I
by
saw.
this much.
Yeah, he's going to play. Why wouldn't he?
That's true.
Save himself for the CFL? Come on.
Is he done? He's got to be done.
Yeah,
Eligibility, right?
he's played for 20 years now.
He really has been there for so long. So you got to kind of lay it with UTSA, right? Go out on a high note?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Because Fancher out, Cole Pennington, the guy's he's shit.
Is it Chad Pennington's son?
I don't-
It's got to be.
Is it Cole?
Yeah.
Or is it Chase?
I don't know.
Chase written down.
Well, let's find out.
He sucks.
Can't trust these
That's
guys.
what happens when you're trash and nobody knows your fucking name. It's Cole.
Cole.
Could be thinking of Chuck Montgomery, third leading passer on the team. He's a wide receiver.
It is Cole. Let me fix that.
Yeah, Cole Pennington. Let's see. Does he look? Yeah, this is definitely Chad Pennington's son. Fred.
He's related.
Jesus
Gotta
Christ,
be.
this could be a problem now.
No, this guy's he's played bad too.
Yeah.
Oh my
bad.
God, he's got
0
no
touchdowns,
touchdowns,
6 picks.
6 interceptions, a QBR of 12.
Been in 3 games.
When your interceptions are half of your QBR, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, so Fancher got out of town. So Cole Pennington, is he going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the legend of Frank Harris?
No, dude, it's gonna be a fucking. This should be the locks.
We should change it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to...
Marshall's. I bet on them. They never won for me this year.
They have sucked this year. The last couple years, like their defense was good. Do they still have 55? The linebacker?
I don't know. They are always in position, but they let miraculous plays happen.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to take Marshall's team total under 19.5.
Okay.
I still think UTSA's defense is going to show up, even with AAC Defensive Player of the Year Trey Moore going to the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big deal, but they're 7th in the nation in sacks. 14 of the 40 sacks that they have come from him. But they got guys around him, so I think that defense mixed with Cole Pennington being in, it's going to be a problem.
It's the Frisco Bowl. Frisco is in Texas. The T and UTSA stands for Texas. Don't overthink it. I don't really feel strongly about very many of these, though. So I could see Cole Pennington come out here and turn back the clock, be the second coming of his daddy. And then Randy Moss will show himself. And then all of a sudden, Marshall's lighting it up. But I have no idea. I haven't
But
seen
another thing to keep an eye on is Marshall's running back.
Ali.
Yeah.
Is he questionable to play?
They're speculating that he might not play just because he's I don't know what year he is, but
He's
he's
a
definitely
junior.
a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's a junior. He's got
So,
over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Maybe he's a player you see go transfer or
Yeah, do yourself a favor, buddy. Go to a
Just-
better school.
enter himself into the draft, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that is true. He is draft eligible. Okay. So all we have left are the locks,
Yep.
correct? Okay. Alrighty. Our best bets of the week.
It's a lock. Kramer, you've had this thing under control for almost 3 years now. But it's a lock.
They need that fucking juice. They need that next bet. They need. Come on. Yes! When they win, they go fucking crazy.
You're a bad motherfucker. Go in that shower, grab your fucking nuts, and tell the world somebody's sniffing my fucking nutsack today. Cause I ain't got time to fuck around no more.
All right, my lock of the week is going to be the Tech. Just kidding, it's Cal +3. I said a couple weeks ago, Cal would be a team I kept my eye on come bowl season. They've got young players that will be back next year. They're going to want to win. You've got the Hispanic quarterback, but that's not who I'm worried about. I'm worried about Ott. Jaden Ott's one of the best running backs in the country, only a sophomore. Fernando Mendoza has shown promise down the stretch. Texas Tech's going to be without multiple skill position players, without their most important lineman, the left tackle. They're going to be short on lineman depth. I'm going to take Cal +3 here. I think Cal could win this game outright. They should win this game outright. I think they're going to be fired up, ready to go. Give me the Golden Bears +3. what is your lock of the week?
Old Dominion.
Is it really?
Yeah. Who the fuck is Old Dominion? Yeah, they're not really that good at. They're not terrible, but look, they're not really that good at anything. The big thing here is, like we talked about, Western Kentucky without 3 starting O linemen, some key players on defense too, and another big question is, will their star receiver Malachi Corley play? He's definitely an NFL talent. I doubt he goes in this one, but nothing official yet. It's like Western Kentucky's been a team this year. They're like hot or cold, you know?
Yeah.
Explosive plays, or they're struggling to move the ball at all. Old Dominion plays in a tough conference, 6-6. They only had 2 games that they lost by more than 1 score. One was against Virginia Tech and one was against Liberty. They kept games close with most of the teams they played and even got some impressive wins in the Sun Belt. So I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Old Dominion for my lock of the week.
Okay. Joseph, what is your lock of the week?
Yeah, I had that written down. They averaged, every game that they played was on average less than 7 points apart every single game. Every single game they keep close. Another consensus for my lock, I'm going to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Georgia Southern at Ohio. I'm on the under as well, 49. We talked about it. Ohio is missing key players offensively. Quarterback Curtis Rourke, backup C.J. Harris is out. Bangura hit the portal, the starting running back. Too many question marks offensively to see them doing anything in this game. But defensively, like Nick talked about, they should still hold true to what they've done this year. 5th in the country, allowing only 15 points per game. 7th in the country in passing defense, giving up only 168 yards per game, which is going to have to show up here in this game. Although Davis Brin puts up good numbers, he still turns the ball over with 16 interceptions this season. Even if they get those picks, I don't see Ohio making much out of them. So I'll look for their stingy defense to limit them here. And I'm going to go with the under 49.
Alrighty, there you go. That is our best bets for the first week of bowl season. We will recap for you, and then we will move on over to the NFL. Let's see. To recap. In the Myrtle Beach Bowl, I'm taking the under 49 between Georgia Southern and Ohio. In the New Orleans Bowl, give me UL plus 3.5. The Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl, I'm taking App State minus 6. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl, I'm taking New Mexico State minus 3. Starco Brands LA Bowl, give me UCLA minus 3.5. The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, I'm taking Cal versus Texas Tech. I'm taking Cal plus 3 as my lock of the week. The famous Toastery Bowl, Old Dominion minus 2.5. And the UTSA versus Marshall Bowl, whose title I didn't write the name down, I'm going to take UTSA minus 12.5. This is the last dance for Frank Harris.
Georgia Southern, Ohio, under 49. UL plus 3.5. Miami of Ohio, App State, first half under 23.5. New Mexico State minus 3. UCLA minus 3.5. Cal plus 3. My lock of the week is going to be Old Dominion minus 2.5. And then we're taking UTSA minus 12.5.
Okay.
Myrtle Beach Bowl for my lock of the week. I'm going under 49, Georgia Southern at Ohio. In the New Orleans Bowl, I'm taking the over 59.5. In the Cure Bowl, I'm taking App State minus 6. In the New Mexico Bowl, I'm taking New Mexico State minus 3. I'm taking the under 49.5, UCLA and Boise State. In the Independence Bowl, I'm going to double dip. I'm taking the over 57.5 and Cal plus 3. And then in the Frisco Bowl, I am going to take Marshall's team total under 19.5.
Alrighty.
Oh, my bad. And then the Toastery Bowl over 55.5.
I'm going to go pee real quick.
Go ahead. Alrighty, there you go. That is our best bets of the week for college football. We will turn over to an okay week in the NFL. Thursday night. Let's get into Thursday because this was a frustrating one. It was the Patriots and Steelers. I was on the Steelers minus 6. I think y'all were both on the under.
I was on a team total under. Missed it by half a point.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, the Patriots scored all their points in the first half, 21 of them. The Steelers suck. Trubisky sucks. God, Trubisky sucks really bad. I understand he's the MVP. Those days are gone. MVP level Mitchell Trubisky is no more. You're not going to see the Nickelodeon valuable player Mitchell Trubisky ever again. Those days are gone. They suck. The Steelers are bad. Their defense, settled in the second half, but good God. So we started off with a loser there. Yes, I bet the Panthers plus 5.5. I bet against the hometown New Orleans Saints. I'm not proud of it, but I would do it again. I would do it again for sure. Could do it again this week. You never know. So rough start. Then we rattled off some wins. Browns -3. This one got a little dicey because the Jaguars decided to go for 2 points. That would have either made it a 4-point game or a 2-point game. They did not get it. Browns dropped 31 points with Joe Flacco at quarterback. They cover the 3. Bengals +1. Jake Browning can play in this league. He's not a bad quarterback at all. 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. They dropped 34 points on the Colts, which is not a bad defense. So my lock of the week was also Nick's lock of the week, and it was easy. Cowboys -3 on their home field. They absolutely skull-fucked the Eagles. 33-13. The Eagles are a little fraudulent. Been saying it. The Cowboys showed up. They did what they had to do. Scoring obviously slowed down in the second half, but when you got a big lead, you don't need to score as much. Easy winner there. I added 2 plays on Monday. I thought my week was done. I started looking at it. I was like, all right, we'll take a couple shots here. Giants and Packers over 37 cashes, and then we were on the Dolphins -14. Looks like we were going to push. 3 minutes to go in the game. Next thing you know, they lose outright. So 4-3 on the week for me. We do cash the lock. Brings me to 34-38, 7-7 in my locks of the week. You had 4 plays.
Yeah, I was on the under on Thursday night. These teams scored a little bit of points. 21-18, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so it went over 30. Then I was on San Francisco first half. San Francisco wasn't up by more than 6.5 points at halftime. I think they were up by maybe 4, something like that. But they ended up winning the game by 12. I should have just took San Francisco -10.5 for the game, but sometimes I'm stupid. So Cowboys -3 was the lock. I walked in when you were talking about it. Yeah, they handled business. And then the Bengals +1.
Yep.
So 2-2. We hit the lock of the week with the Cowboys.
Joseph, how did you do?
Bad. I'm so aggravated. I can't stand betting the NFL. I went 1-3. Bengals +1. I was on that with you guys. It was just so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the Steelers team total under 17.5. They fucking get the 2-point conversion. I can't stand the Steelers. And I'm done with looking at the weather. The weather is a bunch of bullshit. I'm just sick of it. The Ravens -7. They win by 6 in overtime. Obviously, you don't need to kick an extra point. It's over.
Punt return touchdown.
Punt return touchdown to win the game.
Can we talk about my 2 futures bets?
Yeah, the Ravens are good.
I have the Ravens and the Cowboys, both 10-1 odds.
Both teams are good.
I do it every year. Every year I bet. The Ravens were my first bet. Every year, mid-season, I take a team, get value immediately. Ravens are like, what, 5-1, 6-1 now? They're the second. They're right behind
San Francisco.
Yeah, who's like plus 250.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely the heavy favorite. But if the Ravens win this week, the Ravens they're gonna be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yes.
If they can win this week. Tough road game against the Jaguars team, obviously, but Trevor Lawrence banged up. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. And then my lot, it's bullshit after bullshit. 3rd week in a row, I went to the Jets game, and it was looking great. 0 points at halftime. I'm on the under 32.5, and then Zach Wilson turns into freaking prime Drew Brees.
BYU Zach Wilson.
BYU Zach Wilson. I mean, it's ridiculous. I had the Texans team total under picked first, and I switched. I can't catch a break in NFL. It's ridiculous.
He said, "What are they going to do? Bench me again?" So he went out there and lit it up.
I mean, he just lit it up in the second half. They scored. There was no point scored in the first half. I'm like, oh, this is easy.
So Nick is 28, 22-1, 8-6 in his locks of the week. So you're leading the way in the NFL. What is your NFL record, Joseph? Just whisper it.
22-35, 5-9 in the locks.
All right, we look ahead to Week 15, Thursday night. Chargers, Raiders. Raiders are at home, 3-point favorites. Total sits at 34. The Raiders are coming off a barn burner, 3-0 loss to the Minnesota Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, Yeah, so are the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers are trash. Which way are you going?
Raiders.
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 O'Connell sucks.
Yeah, he does.
Is Herbert playing?
No.
No, he's
out for the
having
season.
surgery.
Oh, is he really? He is done. Okay. Who's their backup?
Easton Stick.
What?
I'm going to take the under. Under 34. I've been saying Thursday night overs have been the move. Been saying it. That was the whole thing last year. Thursday night unders. This year, I bet you Thursday night overs are hitting well more than the unders. I want to take the Raiders, but the Raiders suck. How do you score 0 points in a fucking game?
Yeah.
And still cover the spread?
Mm-hmm.
They were 3.5-point dogs.
Jeez.
It's incredible. They only scored 13 points against the Dolphins, which are not a spectacular defense. They scored 16 against the Jets. I don't know. This is one of those, really, this is more of I don't know that the Chargers are going to be able to fucking do anything. Fuck. Because this is totally a square, they just scored 0 points, so you bet the under next week. That's not really why I'm doing it. They are bad on offense. I'll take the Raiders. Fuck it. I'll take the Raiders.
Consensus.
And just the Raiders. Should I take the under 2? Maybe we all take the under 34. They win 10-0. No. All right. We will.
No, I'm gonna.
We will. Y'all are
fuck it, why
Mr.
not?
Under 30. Y'all are betting under 30.
I might as well take it. I suck.
Yeah, whatever you
Who
think
cares?
you
It can't
should.
hurt.
Whatever you think you shouldn't do, let us know, and then we'll all do it. Saturday we got games. 3 games. Is anybody on anything?
Remind me what they are.
You got the Vikings and Bengals at 12. 3:30 you got the Steelers and Colts, and then 7:15 you got the Broncos and the Lions.
I got 2 of them written down. I just don't know. I wanted to hear what you guys had to say.
I'm on one. It's my lock of the week though.
Which one?
Can't tell you.
No.
Leave that up to mystery. Are you on any of these 3?
No.
No? Alrighty.
We'll see. I might be.
Okay. Then we will circle back Sunday. Who feels good about something?
One's my lock,
What's got to be?
and then I have another one.
Okay. How many do you have?
One more than my lock.
Okay. Do you want more?
I'm gonna take the Falcons and just lay the 3.
Yeah, I really don't like the board this week at all. I was struggling to find stuff that I felt good about. Okay, so you're fading the Panthers. They do suck so bad. So bad. Fuck. I'll take them as well. The Panthers are fucking
But if the
horrific.
Falcons don't cover, I'll put myself on another 3-year suspension from betting the Falcons.
Oh, yeah? You were on one previously?
Yeah, a while back.
3 years suspension?
I don't know if I made it the whole 3 years, but this game's just too good to pass up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the Falcons -3 as well. The Panthers suck. They do. The Falcons have weapons. They finally are throwing the ball to Kyle Pitts. Drake London went crazy.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking give it to the people that are good? All right, Joseph, what is your one before you lock?
I'm gonna take the Rams. Can you see if there's 6? I saw -6.5. I just didn't
Rams
see.
and Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams played the Ravens well. The Rams have been a surprise
Yeah.
this year. I keep saying that. They're not a bad team.
At all.
So, and the Commanders stink. Let's see. Rams, you've got, I don't see a 6.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, no 6.
I'm gonna take them -6.5. Like you just said, they look good. Their offense looks good. And that was against the Ravens, one of the best defenses in the NFL in bad weather. I'm impressed with their offense, and I think they can keep it going against obviously a weak Commanders defense, even with them coming off a bye.
Mm-hmm.
They're just that bad. So I'm gonna lay the 6.5.
I really want to take the Bills with the points at home, fighting for their life. 5-2 at home. Cowboys are 3-3
What's that at 3?
away. I see 2.5.
They have I think DraftKings has 2.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Caesars
are
as
your
well.
thoughts? Because I know the Cowboys are hot right now.
Yeah, I mean it's
I do think
what's the weather gonna be? You know.
cold.
Yeah, it's winter.
Yeah.
Is it gonna possibly snow?
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't think. Let me look it up. I think Deron Bland kind of got a little exposed. I don't think that. I think Josh Allen's mobility is definitely going to have to come into play. Let's see, Orchard Park. It really was. It was tough to find. It was tough to find anything that I felt great about. Oh, let's see. There's a 30%. Where is it? Damn it. What time's this game? 3:25. There's a 30% chance of rain from 5 to 7. Maybe we get a little late start, delay them. It will not be freezing temperatures. So weather won't be a play. Won't be a factor. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would take the Bills if I had to.
I'm going to take the Bills. I mean, obviously nobody doesn't want to win, but it's do or die for the Bills right now. I feel like if they lose another one, they have to basically win out. I would think. I'm sure they probably don't have to, but I mean, when you look at the teams in their division, but also the AFC's loaded. So at least compared to the NFC, the NFC's very top heavy. So yeah, I'll take the Bills -2.5.
Yeah, I think eventually, somebody's got to start playing as good as they are.
Yeah.
Like none of the elite quarterbacks are really playing well.
Well, the Chiefs have an
Purdy
offensive
and Prescott are the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Chiefs just have an offensive problem.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like next week, not going to be a problem anymore.
The Bills are going to light it up.
And I got the Bills, too.
Oh, you are on the
Yeah.
Bills? Okay. I am also going to take the Seahawks +4 Monday night. Seahawks +4 on their home field Monday night. The Eagles, I mean, does the offense look spectacular? I don't love the Seahawks. But 4 points, it just feels like too many on a primetime game. I've been down on the Eagles this year. I've been kind of fading them a little bit. They just got exposed by the not exposed, but they got dog walked by the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Seahawks getting 4 points on their home field. And then all I have left is my lock of the week.
I'm going to take Broncos and Lions over 47.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All you have left is your lock?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alrighty. All right, best bets of the week for the NFL.
It's a lock. Kramer, you've had this thing under control for almost 3 years now. But it's a lock.
They need that fucking juice. They need that next bet. They need. Come on. Yes! When they win, they go fucking crazy.
You're a bad motherfucker. Go in that shower, grab your fucking nuts, and tell the world somebody's sniffing my fucking nutsack today. Cause I ain't got time to fuck around no more.
Yeah, it's a Saturday game.
Where are you going?
I don't know if you're on this game, but I'm going to take the Lions -5.
Oh, let's go. What are the odds? That's my lock of the week as well.
Okay.
I swear. Come on.
Yeah, the Broncos, it's their third road game in a row, so I know they're fighting for a lot over there. Kansas City just fell to 8-5. The Broncos are 7-6, but Lions played 2 games on the road, one against us, one against Chicago. They just lost to Chicago. I kind of think this is a bounce back spot for the Lions after they've kind of struggled the past few weeks.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly my thoughts. I think the Broncos, what'd they start out? They were 1-5?
Yeah.
They're 7-6 now. They have definitely turned it around. You got to tip your cap to Sean Payton. It's impressive. But they've gotten a 1-point win over Minnesota with Josh Dobbs. They've got a win over Cleveland without Deshaun Watson. They went on the road and lost to the Texans. They went on the road and beat a Chargers team with Herbert getting hurt. It's been kind of a fortunate way that the dominoes have fell for the Broncos. The Lions are a little fraudulent, do not get me wrong, But I think we're going to see him put up points in this one. I think the defense has got to get back to playing better. It just has to. This was a Lions team that was looking like one of the better teams in the NFC. They're still 9-4. They're 4-2 at home. This is a game that they got to win. If you can't drop this one, you can't lose 3 out of your last 4. Lions -5 is my lock of the week. I think we see them get back on track. I tried to take them against Green Bay on Thanksgiving after they played a couple really close games down the stretch against teams that aren't doing that well this year. They got fucking beat up on. They squeak out a win against us, and then they lose to the Bears last week. This is a get-right spot for the Lions at home. Like you said, this is the 3rd road game for Denver, and it's coming from the West Coast basically to not all the way to the East Coast, but still, they're going cross-country. They're covering all the corners. So it's a tough stretch for Denver. That 3rd consecutive road game plays a part in this one. So I'll take the Lions -5 as my lock of the week as well. Joseph?
I'm taking the Jags +3.5.
That's disrespectful to my future.
It's kind of like, for me, it's a letdown spot here for the Ravens. The Ravens are really good, don't get me wrong. But I liked what I saw. I mean, Lawrence kept them in the game there against a really good defense in the Browns as well. And we just saw the Ravens give up a lot of points to the Rams, so they can be had a little bit on defense. Although I do still think those are both good defenses, and the Ravens have been good in the red zone. I don't know. I feel like it should be a little bit more than 3.5 with how much better I think the Ravens are. So it seems a little fishy to me. I'm gonna take the home dog with a hook.
Yeah, I would lean Jacksonville, but not enough to take it. I'm definitely biased now because I have the futures bet on the Ravens. I don't want to see the Ravens lose, but they are 5-1 on the road. The defense is good, but I got to see Trevor. One is Trevor Lawrence. What's the deal with his ankle? That stupid asshole. I thought he's acting like he'll never walk again when he got rolled up on. His immediate reaction, like he gets up and then he falls down and he smacks the turf like he's like going to be crippled. And that's why I took the Browns last week.
Yeah, I had to start Minshew in one of my leagues because Lawrence is my quarterback.
Yeah, well then he shocks
And then they were like,
everybody.
he's playing. I was like, I'll stick with the old gunslinger Minshew. Luckily, it didn't cost me.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't look at Bengals Vikings?
It's fishy.
Really?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Vikings are still in contention to make a playoff spot. Really, both are, I guess. And Browning does not look bad. But who are the Vikings going with? They're going with Jaron Hall?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I will mess with it.
Okay.
It's fishy for me. But there you go. That is our best bets. It's the 2nd week in a row. Nick and I have a consensus lock in the NFL. Last week was the Cowboys. They won by $1 billion. This week, it's the Lions, man. Sean Payton, love you. Wish you were still here. Dennis Allen's a dipshit, but I think the Lions are going to trounce you in this one. To recap, Thursday night, we're all going to take the Raiders -3. Seahawks +4. Falcons -3. Bills -2.5. And my lock of the week, the Lions -5.
I'm on the Raiders -3, the Lions -5 for the lock, the Falcons -3, and the Bills -2.
Yeah, it's a consensus. I'm on the Raiders as well, -3. And then Saturday, I am going to take the Broncos and Lions over 47.5. Sunday, I'm going to take the Rams -6.5. And for my lock, I'm going to take the Jags +3.5.
There you go. That is our best bets of the week for NFL Week 15. We gave you our first bowl season run. Last year was rough with bowl season. Like I said, it's a blessing and a curse sometimes, no matter what. I remember last year, after you're like, I'm not picking all the fucking bowl games next year. We do it every year. So if we get hot and we run the table in bowl season, then we'll be like, look at our records. We're on fire. If we don't do well, we're going to be like, look at our records before we got into bowl season. That's the true indication of how we did this year. So either way, we're going to play it to our advantage. I was thinking too, this time of the year reminds me of, speaking of bowl season, when we went bowling last year.
Yeah.
Because I remember playoff football, I passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
And then
Chargers and Jags.
I remember waking up to, the big comeback.
Yeah.
And something about it felt good. Like, I felt shitty. I felt really bad. but it was like I was comfortable on the couch at that point. I'm like looking at recapping the comeback. I think I was on that game. I think it went my way.
Yeah. The Jags came back. I was on the Chargers.
Yeah.
I went to sleep. I'm like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, good win for me. Maybe we run it back with bowling. I don't know. Bam's coming in town. Everybody's coming in for the holidays. We need to set up speed golf. I definitely want to set that up.
I'm always down to bowl.
Cody's been asking, though, about bowling.
Oh, I'm always down.
That was just such a disastrous, like, I don't know. When I get in, like, those, like, high-energy environments, that's why I was like, let's get 6 pitchers. Somebody was like, why don't we start with 2? So we'll get 6. And, dude, I was guzzling beer. I was bowling good in the beginning.
Yeah, I think he was drinking some too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Watch my shit. You remember? I wasn't even there for it, but I remember the video. No, I was
bad.
I was a wreck. So we get to the Hooters. We'll just whatever. We'll fucking tell a quick story before we get off. We get to the Hooters, and we were all starving. Dude, I was so hungry. I remember like we finally got there. I was like, yes. We get to the table, we're about to order, and then I'm like, I just like put my head back. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm gonna go get in the car. And I think somebody like Cody, somebody was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm gonna throw up. So I'm gonna go get in the car. I was preemptive. I was like, I'm not gonna throw up in this Hooters, so I'm gonna go into the parking lot. And
I was close.
I go sit in the car for a little while, dude. Then it hits me. I open the door. I throw up so much, and like I don't really drink like crazy these days. I haven't thrown up in a minute. I throw up so much. I look up. There's a whole family staring at me. I'm like I give them away. Like sorry, throw up so much. Well, then I got to take a shit. So the Hooters, there's a 500-yard field behind the Hooters, and then at the very end of it, at the very back, there's a hotel. So I'm like, I can't go back into the Hooters. There's fucking waitresses in there. Can't fucking, I look like trash. So I'm like, the hotel. I'm going to go to the hotel. I like stumbled through this field. Took me 10 minutes, 20 minutes to fucking get through this field. Just walk in, wave to the concierge, go blow up the bathroom, go back and sleep in the truck till y'all get back. He's terrorizing the waitress. It was tough. We didn't bring enough battery for the camera.
Yeah.
So they put us next to an unsightly bunch on the lane next to us. Cody was all thrown off. It was a tough day.
Yeah.
It was a tough day. It was a good idea. It was a fun day at first, and then it wasn't that fun after that. But maybe we run it back. Maybe we try to do it better. It was bowling. It was a competition. It was every strike you chug a beer, every gutter ball you chug a beer, and it went how you would expect it to go. But yeah, maybe we run it back. Speed golf's on the horizon. We've got some stuff planned as football starts kind of slowing down a little bit and everybody's back home for the holidays. Episode 175 is in the books. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Adios.
Good luck.
All right, y'all have go and hit subscribe everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Hit the like button too. Maybe drop a comment. We're going to do what we do best, and we're going to hand out winners, especially in the NFL. It's been a slow couple weeks for me. We got, 4-3 last week. We're going to do a little bit better this week. We're going to do even better the next week. Ravens in the Super Bowl, maybe. We'll see what we can do. But there's money to be made in the very near future. Y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.